And it's been argued by other people that other measures can be taken to try and achieve fair play in sports besides going for women's only categories. So Irena Martínková gives a few options in one of her papers. So she says that, look, we should start by integrating existing sports which are suitable. So there's some sports already which she argues that we should start off by integrating already if we can. So she gives the example of, motor racing, shooting, and horse riding. And one of the examples that she uses here is the athlete Zhang Shan, who in 1992 in the Olympics won a gold medal in shooting in a mixed category. So this was a category that admitted both male and female entrants, and Shan turned out to be the most skilled, hit the most targets, and eventually won the gold medal. So this is going to show that, at least in Martínková's view, she says that there are some sports which, where biological differences don't make a big difference. And so we should look to integrate these sports. There's no big justification that she can think of for why we should have sex segregated categories for sports like this. Interestingly, in the next Olympics, the category was changed so that it was male shooting and there was not a female shooting category. So Shan could no longer compete, even though she wanted to compete in the mixed category and was certainly skilled enough to do so. So again, it's worth thinking about whether there are any dangers from going in for sex segregated categories, especially for female athletes who are very talented and want to compete in a mixed setting. Another option that Martínková gives is putting more focus on sports with mixed teams. So she gives the examples of mixed doubles in tennis. So she writes, this option, quote, enriches sports with the interaction of female and male athletes, providing them with the same or similar conditions, training, accessibility, finance. So there are lots of sports which could be adapted in similar ways, so particularly team sports, that other categories could be introduced, which are adapted so that teams must make use of male and female members. So this is another option for integration that we could have that would solve a lot of the problems that sex segregated categories are trying to address without needing to go for that option. So it's just, again, going to show that there are other ways that we could try and alleviate some of these problems and solve some of these problems that sex segregated categories are trying to solve without going for this option. And if we can do that, it seems to weaken this idea that girls have a moral claim right to these kinds of categories in sporting competitions. Instead, it seems like they might have a right to X, Y, and Z problems being solved, but it's unclear as to why they would have a particular right to problems being solved in a certain kind of way, unless it was more effective at solving the problem. And then finally, Martínková's more kind of drastic proposal that she offers is adapting the rules of existing sports so that they test a wider range of human skills. So she makes the assessment that a lot of the sports that are popular currently are sports that were originally designed for men to play. And so as a result, and so there's a lot of analysis has been done on this to look at where sports come from, and some of them have, been shown to emulate things like hunting and fighting. So if you look at which were traditionally kind of activities that would come from the male domain from a long time ago in history.